Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Irony Boxing. Coming up on this my 11th live. Um, God bless you all. First and foremost, okay. Um, we are going to talk about this thing called boxing. Hmm? We are going to begin our journey towards the top 100 boxing knockouts or most ferocious boxing knockouts of all time. Of course, it will surely extend a little bit further than that, but yeah, that's the plan. We're going to start with our top 20 today. I mean, nah, not our this is not in any order, okay? I'm just gonna go by groups of 20. This is the first group of 20 that we're gonna go over today. Hmm? I hope everybody's having a great day, evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be. All right, so um, and of course, after that, we'll go to a few news. Of course, we have open panel. Let me, what is the, yeah, there we go. And put the link right away. All right. So we are going to start our first group of 20 with a recent notable knockout. This was a very nasty knockout, needless to say. This was between Luis Alberto Lopez, aka El Venado, Venado Lopez, versus Angelo Leo. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this fight took place when Mr. Lopez here um, was the IBF featherweight champion, and Angelo Leo was his challenger. Hmm? Now, this was a left hook knockout, which could could potentially be career ending. Of course, it's not the case because Bernardo Lopez just had a comeback fight months ago over in Mexico. So glad to hear that, but this is one real nasty knockout by Mr. Leo here. You can see Mr. Lopez on the canvas after this left hook from Mr. Lopez here connected with him. Okay. Um, all right. So that would be our first on the list. Doesn't mean that I think this is the number one KO. Again, this is not in any particular order. The second one, just to give a few some justice to Mr. Lopez here, we have himself versus Michael Conlan. This was a very good fight. This was, I think, a mistake by Mr. Conlan by just fighting his opponent's fight instead of his own, which is to box. Um, and got caught with a nasty uppercut. Um, Let me put the image here. Give me 1 second. Hmm, 1 second. Okay, I'm still getting the hang of this thing. Just a moment here. Okay, let me just take off this image and remove. And here it is. Um, yeah. This is it right here. Okay. We have Venado. You see right there on the trunk says Venado. Knocking out. You see the uppercut right there. Caught him right as Mr. Conlon was ducking his head. Um, um, Very unfortunate loss for Mr. Conlon right here. Wow, we have Ty in the house. Ty Morissette. God bless you, bro. You like the hat? Like the hat? Welcome, mi hermano. Ty. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Appreciate that. Um, you look like my tío, he says. I appreciate that. It's called La Pava. Pupilo Oscar Collazo wears it all the time. I think you said one time that you met him. Oscar Collazo wears it all the time. So yeah, this will be our second KO in our group of 20 here. Let me put it here on the chat as well. Just to give some justice to Mr. Lopez here, right? Because the first one was his KO loss to Leo. So there we go. So the third one that I picked is, I mean, how can you forget this one, right? Let me just put the image. You will know immediately. Where is it? Oh man, I gotta get my ducks in line here. This is an iconic image. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, he says, yeah, he was so small, but you could tell he was a fighter from his shoulders. Oh, I got you. You're talking about Collazo. Yeah, yeah, he's like 5'1". Man, I gotta go over to Villalba and visit him for real. All right, the third KO on the list is Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez versus Pacquiao, the fourth one. Who could ever forget that one? Iconic KO. Unbelievable that this was not a career-ending KO. I still cannot believe it. It was that amazing. I saw that live. I was speechless, shocked. It was a great fight. I could tell Marquez was like more dangerous power-wise than Pacquiao, at least in the fourth fight. But good God Almighty, talk about a talk about a perfect counter shot right there. Overhand right, just popped him in the chin. Pacquiao never saw the shot coming. You know, all the rest of it. um, okay, so that is the number three, number four. Just to give justice to Mr. Pacquiao here, right? As we did justice to Mr. Lopez. We're gonna present the knockout of Manny Pacquiao versus, and you know, this is with all due respect. Obviously, we all know what happened to that man, but against Ricky Hatton, right there. I also saw this one live. This was a really bad knockout loss. Obviously, Ricky Hatton retired. He eventually came back against, I think, Sanchenko, picked up a loss, but this is as career ending as it goes as far as knockouts are concerned. Hey Ty, if you're still here, is it true that Subriel and Dalton Smith is going to be in New York? You know anything about that, or let me know if you got a. Yeah, you damn right. Yeah, yeah. This is yeah. Most of the, you know. Hey, have you ever seen this KO? I wanted to. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Have you ever seen Kermit Cintron versus Walter Matisse? Have you ever seen that KO, bro? If you haven't, let me just write it here. You gotta see this one. This is a brutal KO. Not a very high profile one, but good God Almighty, what a KO this is. This is one of the most brutal KOs I've ever seen. Okay, nothing about the venue though. Okay, got you. Appreciate it, brother. There we go. Okay, awesome, awesome. Um, I still have no word on Xander. I know that Abbas has become the front runner now. Hopefully, it stays that way. Nevertheless, this was our fourth KO of the group. The fifth one is Saul Canelo Alvarez. In my opinion, he's nastiest knockout. People are gonna say it's Amir Khan. Fair enough. I say it is this one. Let me not spoil it for you too much. Where is it? No, that's not it. Yeah, this one. It is versus Mr. James Kirkland. This was a nasty knockout considering the fact that James Kirkland hasn't fought since. I saw this live as well. This was a rough one to watch. I mean, they're all rough one to watch, but this one specifically was bad. It was really bad, in my opinion. You're gonna hear that a lot through this show, obviously. Um, but yeah, that in my humble opinion, some may say it's even Kovalev, maybe even Caleb Plant. I beg to differ. This is the nastiest KO of Mr. Alvarez's career, in my humble opinion. And the next one on our list, it's from the same suspect, Mr. Saul Canelo Alvarez, against none other than Amir King Khan. Amir Khan, one of the fastest hands you're ever going to see. Prime Amir Khan, great footwork, great boxing skills, but also probably the worst chin for a high profile fighter in history. Yeah, that might be debatable. Might. I don't think so. Um, all respect to Amir Khan, this was a bad one. Canelo even kneeled before him to like pray for his health and everything, which I appreciate. Set a perfect trap for him to the body. Came back up with the perfect right hook, overhand right ish to the chin of Mr. Khan, which of course he never saw coming. All right, just went straight to sleep. Um, I'll show the damn zzz of my brother Ty again. Yeah, he went zzz like that. Okay, okay. We follow that up. Oh man, this is a bad one too. I mean, obviously the guy that I was rooting for ended up winning, but I do like the other guy too, and that is where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on, where is it? Give me a second here. I don't want to spoil it before the image. Um, don't tell me I didn't save this one. Come on, seriously. Oh, here it is. Sergio Martinez versus Paul the Punisher Williams. Um, great first fight. Great first fight. Obviously, I'm gonna say Martinez got robbed, especially I don't not because Paul Williams won, but because the scorecards. I mean, oh my goodness, is that so? Jermel Charlo stopping Edwin. No, Jason Rosario. You're talking about Jason Banana Rosario was brutal. They had to edit out him having seizure for the highlight and playback of. Oh my God. Let me put that on the list because I'm gonna get to 100 eventually. So let me put Jermel versus Rosario. Good God Almighty, bro. Yeah, you mean yeah, seizure like Callum Smith and Lenin Castillo and yeah, I know what you're talking, man. That's oh my gosh, bro. That's a rough one. Appreciate the data. Oh, but look at this. It was from a body shot. Yep. You know, it's interesting you say that because Ironically speaking, of the first group of I got many body shot KOs here, obviously, but of my first group of 20, I don't have one body shot KO. Can you believe that? Definitely appreciate you for that. This is going into my second group of 20 tomorrow. Jermel Charlo versus uh, Jason Banana Rosario. There we go. So that was Sergio Martinez versus Paul Williams 2. Oh my goodness. The second one is really hard to watch because this one is a knockout that the referee stepped in too late. This is the worst type of knockout, in my opinion, you know? And that is, let me not spoil it for you, me 1 second, because this is a really nasty one. Um, where is it? No, that's not it. No, that's not it either. That's it. That's Merciless Ray Mercer knockout of Tommy the Duke Morrison. My goodness, what a nasty knockout that was. That's hard to watch. It's literally hard to watch because Tommy Morrison was out on his feet. You can see the referees straight behind Mercer here. Like you're supposed to be on an angle so you can step in. You know, I mean that's easy for me to say, but it's not like he's in the corner though, is he? Ty says Mel stopping Lubin in the first round was it? Oh yeah, that's in my second group. Oh yeah, I had this one here. Charlo, Lubin. There it is. Yeah, that's going into my second or third. I can't remember now where it is, but it's on the list for sure. Yeah, Mel stopping Lubin in the first round was, yeah, very destructive one shot. Like he was. I just saw it the other day. He fell down so awkwardly too. Like he was like he fell down like you know. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. Yes, sir. And that's definitely on my list as it should be. This one, and you're gonna see a few of those on this list, is a really nasty one because even Mercer said after the fight in the post-fight interview, you know, I felt something like I felt the guy should have stopped the fight. You know, the guy should have been killed. Could have been killed. I'm sorry, could have been killed. That's what Mercer said, and rightfully so. You know, I mean, come on now. Very hard to watch. Amazing knockout by Mr. Merciless Ray Mercer right there. See what else we got. We are rounding up the first 10, and here it is. I just talked about, you know, knockouts where the referee stepped too late. This is the number one out of all of those. This is from back in the day. The gentleman to your right, his name is Emil Griffith, and the one to your left is Benny the Kid Paret. This was a tragic fight because, as the image shows right there, Mr. Paret to your left was pinned in the corner, so he couldn't fall down because he was pinned in the corner. You know, he was in the corner standing up, like he didn't have any room to you know fall down or anything like that, which meant, and also if you see Emil Griffith, the ref don't really, I'm not defending the ref at all, but the ref didn't really have any angle per se. I disagree, maybe the other side, but you know, what am I to say? But in general, you know, like he just wailed on 15 plus unanswered shots, and eventually Mr. Paret just crumbled um, and fell into a coma and passed away. So God bless him. And you know, unfortunately, it was a very tragic night in boxing, and it was a real nasty knockout. And number 10, to round up our first 10 out of the group of 20, we have the one that I just wrote here to my brother Ty, which is Kermit Cintron, the one with the yellow trunks, against Walter Matisse. Yeah, that's Lucas Matisse's older brother, by the way. This is a really rough one for me to watch. I saw this one live, and this is a hard one for me because anytime a Puerto Rican fights an Argentinian, it's hard for me. It's not the only hard matchup, but obviously I am Puerto Rican, but I have Argentinian roots. I've been there. I know a lot of people from there. I love them. So it's a hard one for me. Whenever a Puerto Rican meets an Argentinian in the ring, it's a hard one for me. And this is one of the nastiest KOs you're ever going to see. I am going to. Can I share my screen in this thing? Give me a second here, because this is. Let me just try it, huh? How about I just try it? Sintron versus Matisse. Nah, it's 10-minute KO. Let's see if I get the KO. Give me a second here. Okay. Oh, here it is. A freaking short. Yep. Mm. Oh my god. Man, get the hell out of here. Jesus Christ, bro. Round two. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this. Oof. Sent shivers down my spine. That's freaking KO, bro. God almighty, bro. The no, give me 1 second here. Oh god. No. Oof. Oh boy. Okay. Let's share the screen. You remember watching it? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my word. What a nah, that's nasty as it goes. Share. Let me share screen. Let me know if the audio share screen. I don't know. Let's see. I guess. Also share audio. There it is. Share, right? Is it is it visible? Let's see.
That was the punch that got it on trade. But Cintron is a devastating
Look at this.
one-punch
Look at this,
knockout. He
guys.
can start you, if not finish you, with one of his grand
Look
slams
at this.
right now. And the quicker hands of Cintron.
Oh my god.
Over.
Man, I can't watch this.
In round number two.
Oh, for God's sake. Round two. Ah, man. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Oh, man. Yep. It's hard to watch, to say the least, bro. Anyway, I mean, this is a big boy game, so I gotta, yeah, but god damn. All right. Okay, so that's were our 10th on our KO list. Let's move on to the second half of the list. And I have Nicholas the Axeman Walters, knockout of Vic Darchinyan. Um, let me. Oh man, I just spoiled it. You see. Um, let's take a look here. I just saw it. Where did it go? Oh, come on. No, that's not it. Man, I gotta start getting the hang of this thing. Okay. It's gotta be now. Okay. All right. Here it is. Nicholas the Axeman Walters, right there, celebrating in the corner. well deserved against Victor Chinian. This was a very nasty knockout. He had him badly hurt, had him wobbled. Victor Chinian hit the canvas a couple of times before he eventually got decapitated, basically, by Nicholas Walters. Job well done, Mr. Axman, right there. The highlight of his career was his win over Nonito Donaire, obviously, in my opinion. But this one, I would say close second, probably, unless I'm forgetting another one. Okay. This one was a very nasty one. I saw this one live as well, and I was shocked. Um, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil this one out for you, but I have this. This was a bad one, and here it is right here. David Lemieux versus Curtis Stevens. This was a one-shot knockout, which I was seriously concerned about Stevens' health because of the way that he fell and was just not moving. You know, this was a nasty one. David Lemieux, what can you say? Knockout artist, very limited in skills. Fell short against Triple G, fell short against Billy Joe Saunders. Fell short against David Benavides. I mean, you name it, right? But very dangerous fighter. Very dangerous fighter. Yep, indeed. That's how I had my eyes when that happened, brother Ty. Um, yeah, rough one to watch as well. And we follow that up with, oh my God. Yeah, this one is one of the nastiest knockouts that I've ever seen in my life. And that is, I keep forgetting which one of the two is it? Is it Andrew or Jason? That's Junto Nakatani versus, give me 1 second. This one hurts me just looking at it. Andrew Maloney, that's it, Andrew Maloney. This one is, this one is probably going to be way up there once we get to like the order of things and what have you, because oh my God, talk about a left hand from hell right there from Mr. Junto Nakatani, who I call the Samurai, one of my favorite fighters right now. I am telling you right now, he will beat Naoya Inoue. I don't mind Naoya Inoue. I don't dislike him at all. I think he's a stud. But this guy is the truth, in my opinion. Yep, Andrew. Appreciate it. Andrew Maloney. Golly, what a knockout that was. I think Oscar Perez Ty is the one that said he looked like he got shot. That's so true, bro. Like oh man. Oh my, this is another one that's very recent and very hard to watch, but obviously needs to make anybody's list. And that is, come on, where is it at? I know that I had this one. I made sure that I saved it. Oh, there it is. Mr. Brian Norman Jr. versus Jin Sasaki. God, what a bad knockout this was. Mr. Yep, definitely did. Yes, sir. This one even caused Mr. Sasaki here on the canvas to have memory loss. Unfortunately, bad news, but we are, CTE. Yes, sir. I think I heard about him fighting again or training again, something like that, which is great to hear because this, I thought, especially when the memory loss news came, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Nah, let's just leave it at CTE, shall we? Because I thought for sure this was the end of Mr. Sasaki's career, especially when the memory loss stuff came up and everything. I was like, bro, don't fight again, but apparently he's good to go. So we can only hope that that's true, and nothing bad happens to him, because this was a real nasty knockout. He threw, I think it was either a left hook or right hand. I've seen it a million times, but for whatever reason, I can't remember. And as he was pulling his head out of the way, right, Norman just nuked him with a perfect left hook. Like Norman was like, doing the bobbing and weaving and what have you, and just came up like a lightning with the left hand and just um, you know knocked him out cold. And I'm talking about cold in Japan. Okay, so props to Mr. Norman here. Job well done, sir. Can't wait to see you against Mr. Devin Haney over in November. But for the moment, let's move on with this one's another one. That's a rough one for me to watch, because it's another case of the referee stepping in way too freaking late for some reason. You know, um, this is a bad one too. Not gonna lie. Um, yeah, this one is very hard to watch, and it is this one right here, Mr. Jerry Cooney's knockout of Ken Norton. You see Mr. Norton here. Yep, 75758 Haney UD. Yes, sir. I actually see it for Devin Haney as a UD also. But yeah, you've been calling it, and I think you're gonna, something tells me that you're gonna be spot on this one, brother Ty. That's for sure. Um, because really Cooney had him out, and then Norton just kind of like got trapped in a sitting position on the ropes, as you can see there, right? And was pinned that way, and Jerry Cooney was just sitting fully on his shots and just wham, 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 and just battered him badly, bro, straight on the chin with like 4, 5, 6 unanswered shots, bro, after Norton was out. So this is right along that, Mercer Morrison and Griffith Paret and much others, where it's really bad because they take unanswered and unnecessary shots while being defenseless. Okay. So that's Jerry Cooney, Ken Norton. The next one, what is the next one? Oh, wow. Yes. Let me just put the image here. Oh my God. Yeah. This is another bad one. This is from my favorite heavyweight of all time. Favorite heavyweight of all time. Where is it? No, that's not it. Come on, man. 1 second. I can't help myself here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Big George Foreman knockout of Jerry Cooney. Okay, this was a nasty knockout. I'm starting to think this is probably, people are gonna say Joe Frazier. I know this, but to me, this was just the most gangster. God bless Mr. Cooney, obviously, but this was the most gangster knockout I've ever seen, because George Foreman dropped him, right? And then God knows how or why Cooney got up, right? Oscar, how you doing, Oscar? Remember this guy, yo, Oscar? You ever seen Foreman Cooney? What's up, Oscar? God bless you, bro. ¿Cómo estás, brother? Un saludo a ti, mi hermano. And then when Cooney got up, Foreman just, yeah, he got packed up, Ty, exactly. I mean, he just bulldozed his ass. It was like he walked straight to him and just wham him with a lead left uppercut, and Jerry Cooney just plummeted to the ground badly, bro. It was so gangster from Mr. George Foreman, my favorite heavyweight of all time. Okay, this was the most gangster KO I've ever seen in my life. Can't believe it, bro. Big George is, oh man, can't say enough great things about that man. Okay, number 16 is, oh boy, this is a rough one to watch as well. Let me give you the image first and foremost. And here it is. Caleb Plant's knockout of Mr. Anthony Durrell. This was a rough one to watch. This was he set him up, right? He went in and then hit him with the left hook to the body. And then as Mr. Durrell was ready to counter him with his own left hook, he dropped his hand and Caleb Plant just blasted him with a left hook to the jaw, which I don't think he saw coming, and just man, it was night night for Mr. Durrell. Um, big shot, right? Hey, that's a great. I think it was an uppercut, but nevertheless, I'll take it. You know, Big George with his drive-by hooks. I love that term, bro. Yep. Oh yeah, I agree with that, Oscar. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anybody here is a Durrell fan. I'm sorry, but that was one of the greatest celebrations in history. Ty says, Durrell, go dig. Durrell, go dig him up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, the next one, we're up to 18 now. No, yeah, this is the 18th one, and it's an unforgettable. It's one of the most beautiful knockouts I've ever seen. I'll explain why in a second. Let me just, I can show you better than I can tell you. Is that how it goes? I think so. Um, let's see. Come on. Why is it taking? Oh, okay, here it is. Oh boy. Mr. Gervonta. And if you are a fan, why you take him up such tie? I love it. Oh man, pretty good fighter though. Was it him that gave Carl Froch a hell of a fight, or was that Andre Dirrell? I don't know. Um, Gervonta Tank Davis KO of Leo Santa. You know what? A lot of people might think that his best knockout is Frank Martin, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, Frank Martin was undefeated, whatever the case may be, right? But this knockout right here is one of the most beautiful knockouts that I've ever seen in my life. Just the way he set that up, just oh my god! Talk about the perfect shot. Just went wham with the left uppercut, and that was all she wrote. As Leo Santa Cruz was throwing, I don't know if it was a combination or maybe it was like a 1-2. I think right because he opened himself up and then just perfect KO, the highlight KO performance of Tank Davis' career. Okay, in my humble opinion. Okay, if you want to say is crotch. Oh my god. I said crotch and 6 foot crotch and 6 feet under the rail. On top. Oh shit. I got it now. I got it now. I got it now. I got it now. So it's Anthony. I appreciate Took me a while, but I landed the plane finally, brother. Yeah, Leo, Leo was definitely yeah. Appreciate that tie. Yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. No way, no way. It's yeah. Frank Martin's a special KO. But this one, th- yeah, you can't get any better than this, guys. You can't. You really cannot get any better than this. I don't think so. No, we got some uppercut KO here. We got Venado Lopez KO over Michael Conlon. That was the second one that I mentioned, Oscar, and I don't think we have any other uppercut KO thus far. But well, I mean Kermit's in Thrones, yeah. But yeah, SKO. Oscar, dime una. I wanted Divino to fight Venado Lopez, man. There's like a history there because López le dijo muerto, le llamó muerto al Divino. No sé si escuchaste esa historia cuando iba a pelear con Robesi. Perdón, cuando Divino iba a pelear con Robesi la primera vez, que Robesi era el campeón. Eh, López le dijo, cuando termines con ese muerto, ¿sabes? Nos vemos las caras o algo así, ¿no? Eso yo lo escuché de un canal mexicano. Coño, y va a pelear con Arnold que Guy, creo que se llama. Anyway, let me know, déjame saber qué piensas de eso, Oscar. I was telling Oscar that I wanted Divino Espinosa to fight Lopez because they have like a history there, a bad history. Lopez called him a dead man when he was fighting Robesi for the first time back in the day. So, but no, he's fighting Arnold K guy, I think, November 15 in Mexico. So, that's a bit of a letdown for me because K guy is ranked. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get into this after I finish the KOs here. That's fine. Okay, let's finish the. It's two left. Um, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I, it could be interesting. It could be interesting because underrated smoke. Okay. Yeah, because um, I think that Espinosa could give Venado Lopez the type of fight that Venado wants to fight because the Divino loves the exchanges. He loves to brawl. He loves to roll the dice. He doesn't mind it. He can fight in every. I think he can fight in every distance, but he doesn't mind the exchanges and rolling the dice, and that's what Venado wants. Venado doesn't want to get into a boxing match with anybody. That's why he beat Michael Conlan, in my humble opinion, because Conlan engaged too much with him. He got caught in the sauce, in the pa pa pa. Okay, let's do. Did you want to do this? Let's do. No, no, no. You got a box. No, no. Let's do this. Let's do this. The Irish Warrior took over him, whatever you want to call him, and just got blasted. But nevertheless, I got Divino. I got Divino. Yeah, that's underrated smoke for sure is. Or maybe he's sticking it to him. Maybe he's just sticking it to him. He's like, "Oh, you call me a dead guy. How about now?" and like he's sticking it to him. Maybe do you think that's it? Maybe it's the way of Divino sticking it to Lopez. Now you ain't getting no fight because you're a chump now. Or I'm just thinking out loud here. Okay, look who the chump is now. Before I was the chump. Guess what? You're the chump. Karma's a bit. You know. um. Ooh. I agree. Shit, I'll add fight of the year then. There, if you ask me, I will add fight of the year then. There, KO of the year, round of the year, contender, and probably even fight of the year. Venado. Oh man, Venado and Robesi. I wouldn't mind it, bro. Especially now that he ain't getting the Espinosa fight, and God knows what Robesi is doing. Robesi hasn't done anything in a minute here, unless I'm very wrong. It makes sense, bro. It actually makes sense. The problem is whoever loses his career is probably over, right? But they're more or less at the same stages of their careers. Robesi hasn't suffered a KO like Venado did, but he got beat. He got beat badly, whether you think it's legally or not, by Espinosa. So I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I would love to see that fight actually. Yeah, yeah. The number 19, as we're rounding up our 20 KOs. This one, I'm gonna tell you a story about this one. Um, this one is one of the scariest things things, never mind KOs, that I've ever seen in my life. And that is Deontay the Bronze Bomber versus Bermain Stiverne 2. Um, I saw this live and I was scared to death watching this. It was like watching a lion eat a hyena alive, or like a grizzly bear eating a person alive, you know, and you're just watching, like, you know, like after this KO, I texted Deontay Wilder on Instagram. I said, "That's scary just looking at it. You are the baddest man in the world." Did I say something else? That's scary just looking at it. I think I said I still got goosebumps from watching it or something like that. And I said, "You are the baddest man in the world." And he responded with a fire emoji. Can you believe that, guys? And it's not like I literally was the first and only time. I don't do this all the time, but I was just so impressed by Ty says, that is so true, bro. He says, looking like he got sacrificed. Oh my God, that is so true, bro. Oscar says, great. Yeah, I bet it was. It's the greatest meme in history. Was scary, though. Yeah, it was scary, wasn't it? Like, you can see Wilder was possessed. And listen, if you watch the build up to that fight, you can tell why. Because Bermain Stiverne really pushed the envelope on Deontay, you know? Oscar says, "You're a 50-year-old uncle after a couple of shots." You're wrong for that one, Oscar. Oh my word, that is so true, though. But yeah, this is one of the scary things that I've ever seen in my life. The scariest things. Never mind KOs, boxing, combat, whatever the case may be. And this one, I mean, how could we leave this man out of a knockout group, right? Ever. You all know who I'm talking about. Let's be honest here. I am talking about. Come on, don't do this to me. Give me the freaking image already, will you? Give me a second. I got so many. No, that's not it. This is it. Iron Mike Tyson versus Michael Spinks. Now, obviously, it's we can do a list just of Tyson's KOs, right? But this one, I elected this one for this group. The Berbick one is coming. The Bruseldon one is, you name it. They're all coming. The Francois Bota is coming. All of them are coming. But this one was because people were saying that because Michael Spinks was coming from cruiserweight, if I'm not mistaken, from being the man, right? He wasn't to be beaten, or he was the dude that was marketed as the one that could stop Iron Mike, right? And the the United States anthem lasted longer than the fight. This was the official. If you want to say it's Trevor, if you want to tie over there laughing, if you want to say it's Trevor Berbick, okay, okay. If you want to say Trevor Berbick was his "I arrived" moment, okay, maybe. I think it's this one, but that's okay. All right, let us. Okay, can you hear me now? Oh man, I don't know what the heck happened. Okay. So now I will talk about a little news and what have you. Well, I already talked about some news with the Espinosa, but here's the link if anybody wants to come up and chop it up. Okay. If you can only type, that's perfectly fine as well. Um, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, thank you. All right. So yeah, let's see. Let's discuss. See what we got here. We already went over Divino Espinosa choice of opponent, which is Mr. Arnold Kegai. Okay, this gentleman is 23 wins and 2 losses. Okay, his 2 losses came with Mr. Joet Gonzalez, who just had a close fight with Brandon Figueroa, right? Um, and his other loss, Ty, you're gonna love this, was with Stephen Coolboy Fulton. Okay. Um, so I mean, I don't see, just because I don't know these names doesn't mean they're not good, obviously. But that's what his choice of opponent is for his November 15 title defense over in Mexico. His WBO featherweight title. Now, the only problem that I have with this is that. Hang on a second. What am I doing here? Oh, okay, okay. Um, the only problem, quote unquote, problem that I have with this opponent selection is when you look at the rankings, this gentleman is ranked number 9. So we have Luis Neri number 1, Brandon Figueroa number 2, Elijah Pierce, who I believe is becoming the dark horse of the division. Okay, Elijah Pierce, keep that name on your mind. I just saw him a few weeks ago. I think it was in OTX beating Das Marinas. Das Marinas is former Naoya Inoue opponent. Okay, we have Ty in the house. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, not much. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Welcome. Um, just giving it a shot at this thing. um, Tell me something. Have you heard about AJ Bacoli?
Nah, not really.
Okay, because it's not really official or anything like that, but this is like, it's the rumor that they want to fight in Africa, or um, if they fight, what do you think?
I would take AJ.
Mm.
I did hear something about AJ coming back and looking at sites in Africa. I just didn't know that Bacoli was the opponent.
I Who's the other name that I heard? It's not Efe Ajagba, I don't think. Never mind. I'm not gonna remember. I don't think. But I mean, I guess I don't like it because I want to see Bacoli versus Efe Ajagba too, right? Like they had a draw. I like the fight. What do you think about that fight? I enjoyed the fight. I think. Um,
I definitely think they need a rematch.
yeah,
That was something that just wasn't settled.
man. I don't know about Bacoli anymore, bro. He's Oscar Perez is saying, what about Catterall? Who's he fighting again? Jack Catterall is fighting freaking um God, I just saw it the other day. Give me one second. I know. He's fighting in one of those UK cards. He's on the freaking yes, give me a second. I'll get it in 2 seconds here. No, that's not it. Come on. Oh, there it is. He's fighting Echo Esuman, the guy that beat Josh Taylor. Um, on the Eubank Conor Bentu. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So okay, so you're interested in seeing Bacoli and Ajagba too. So am I. So am I. I mean, yeah.
Didn't do that, and then um um damn it, Lester Martinez and Buddy again on the same night.
Oh, and Billy. Oh yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. It's looking like a stacked card already. Yeah, for sure, man. Like them two got a rematch. Like Bacoli and Ajagba, they need a rematch, but Mbili and Martinez, they have to rematch. I have to see that one again, and please let it be 12 rounds this time. Pretty please. Um, what do you think, Oscar? Chime in, or type in or whatever you can. What do you think? You think um, who do you favor in Billy Martinez to? And go ahead, Ty. I'm sorry.
What was the question again?
Who do you favor on Billy Martinez too?
Probably in Billy. I'm more confident in him possibly stopping Lester in the second fight.
Interesting. Do you see him maybe stopping him early, maybe creating some angles to make that happen? Like, is that what you're thinking, or you think it's going to be more of the same, but he will be able to get in late? Or
I think it's gonna be more of the same. I see this fight stopping in 7. It's like I was highly on Lester, but it just seems like he didn't have the hips. He showed he can get Billy up off him in certain spots, but he just stayed and let and Billy does what he do. He leaned on him, got off all those shots, and I didn't see too much movement from Lester. That's something he would need in a rematch, and I don't see him doing it.
I like that. I like that. Man, when I saw the first fight, I was like, he made a few quote unquote adjustments, and I say quote unquote because I saw him create distance, but not really doing much with it. I remember that was a glaring fact to me in the fight, but yeah, I don't think you can make that big of an adjustment in that short amount of time, and it's pretty obvious you're used to fighting like that anyway. So he's just not used to someone putting the pressure on him. Is what I took from that fight. He's used to being the one putting the pressure on the opponent. So at first I was leaning with Lester, but yeah, yeah, I think it's probably in Billy the second one. We'll see. It's interesting enough though. Oscar says, I feel Billy did enough to win. Lester was making adjustments towards the end, but didn't show enough to to sway me away from him, Billy. Tim Layton, how are you doing, bro? Welcome. Thank you for showing up, brother. I agree with you, Oscar. That's a great comment, and Ty as well.
In the first fight, it just seemed like Lester, his good points came from him trying to capitalize on the lack of gas tank that Billy had.
Yeah,
In those moments where he tended to lull a little bit or try to lean on him to gain his breath, Lester took off when he was supposed to. He bridged the gap in a fight that he should have lost.
interesting. I think that if Mbili can maintain the pace that he imposed on the first half of the fight, first 6 7 rounds of, okay, let's say first half of the fight, right? I think there's no way that Lester comes out on top, so yeah, I'm with you there. The part of the way why Lester was able to come around, so to speak, in the second fight was the fact that Mbili um, was clearly diminishing. You know,
Hmm.
so yeah, especially and man, if it's a 12-round fight, I mean,
That's where I
um,
was leaning towards. Now, if that was a 12 rounder, I could see Lester taking that fight. But
yeah,
I don't see it being that. It's probably going to be another 10 rounder. If they were to rematch, it's pretty much going to look the same,
yeah,
if not end fast.
man, but isn't it kind of disheartening when somebody can take your best shots?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not everybody has the mental fortitude to say, all right, he took that. What's my next approach? Some people, it's a demoralizing thing when somebody takes your best shot on the chin and still comes forward at you.
exactly. Um, but at the same time, do you have the tools? Because it's one thing to take someone's shots, but if you can't really, I don't know. I didn't see Leicester's ability to adjust to much there. I just think Mbili quote unquote allowed him to when he started, letting his foot off the gas. So I mean, I think it's going to be a very good fight, but I think if Mbili can if Mbili can distribute his energy more, I mean better, between rounds and not necessarily. You don't have to go necessarily 100 miles an hour every minute of every round. You can be a little what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little more shrewd in your energy distribution in the rounds. I think he can pull it off. Not gonna say easily, but without much trouble. Without much resistance. We'll see. It definitely gonna be interesting though. Um, I think I'm leaning towards Billy. I think I'm with you, bro. To be honest with you, did you see Billy winning like Oscar did on the first fight, or did you have it a draw?
I had it 6-4 or 5-5. That's how I scored it. Because it was a swing round in there for me. It's a couple.
Yeah,
But I wasn't mad at the draw. But I do think Billy could have won.
exactly. I think, yeah, I think he pretty much let that one slip away. Um, now let me ask you this. Let's say that Mbili does it right. Mbili rematches and stops Mr. Martinez. So who who do you think um, that should be next for Mbili?
Nobody that can box with a jab.
Pacheco's out of the question. Shiraz is probably out of the question. Maul is out of the question.
It got to be somebody stationary that he can lean on. Like watching that fight, I know it was very entertaining just to like watch casually, but
Mm,
I was disappointed by both guys from a fighting mechanic standpoint. As far as, the little subtle details of what they were doing, it kind of exposed that Billy doesn't have good balance. Why do you
yeah,
spend 70% of the fight leaning on a guy just to back up to throw some shots and try to lean on him some more for to keep yourself from falling?
yeah,
I think even in certain spots, he was actually smothering his work, giving room for Lester to capitalize with the looping hooks and the counter uppercuts.
he became too overzealous
Yeah,
in his approach and ended up hindering his own game, right? Yeah, yeah, you spot on. I mean, I remember thinking in that fight, none of these two guys can mess with, not right now. They're too, with all due respect, they're too basic. They need you to fight their fight to be successful. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna
Yeah.
happen against a Pacheco or like, nah, man. I'm thinking who could be like, maybe like a who Resendez, maybe like
I,
um
I'm gonna be honest. I could see it happening to a degree with Pacheco because I don't know where that kid's confidence is, but he would allow a guy to set the tone or the pace of a fight against him, rather than just sticking that jab out there consistently and taking it over start to finish.
mm, okay.
Like with the so-called Nelson fight, it
Yeah.
took a little beratement from Jose Benavidez Senior in the corner for him to say, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do." Start pumping the jab. Got lucky that Nelson got cut, and it was downhill for Nelson from that point on.
Yeah. I remember Nelson, for the first half of that fight, he did very well. Well, first, I would say maybe 3, 4 rounds. Not necessarily maybe the first half fully, but man, I gotta watch it again. But I remember thinking for the first good couple of rounds, I saw Nelson doing very good, and then yeah, you're right. He will kind of allow you to
You
okay,
had it about right because that's
yeah,
when he got cut.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, you think Mbili can? Yeah, I think I can see an Mbili maybe hmm, catching him early and okay. Because if Pacheco gets that jab going, it's over for Mbili. I think so. So, man, I don't know. I think that's bad news for Mbili, to be honest with you. And I don't even like Pacheco that much, to be honest with you. But I think it's a nightmare. I think you should go after either Resendez or what's the name of this guy, Munguia. Or by the way, do you see Hamza Shiras? He's gonna fight. He's not gonna fight Canelo, as I heard. He's gonna fight either Munguia, Maul, or Caleb Plant. I was like, ooh, Maul's gonna put you to sleep, boy, and Caleb Plant might do so as well. Munguia, no, Munguia is a I don't see Munguia messing with Hamza Shiras, but I'm sorry, we were talking about Mbili. I'm sorry, I'm just it reminded me of Hamza Shiras because I just mentioned him as like a as how he would match up with Shiras, but no, the I don't know. I would go that route if I'm Mbili, but who knows? Even a freaking Suras is probably a more viable option at this point, but Suras just lost, so.
I think Resendez would probably be a viable option, but I'm not gonna hold you. And Billy fighting Resendez after seeing what he did at the plant and seeing in Billy's last performance, I wouldn't be confident in him. It was like I'll give him a slight edge going in, but Resendez might be able to piece together what Lester was lacking and
Mm,
actually beat and Billy. There's that factor that lays there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Resendez got a deeper toolbox than Martinez has. Yeah, man, that might backfire. To be honest, man, if you're in Billy, you gotta, I guess, add all these layers to your game, right? Because otherwise, it doesn't look like you're gonna. Also, Iglesias might sleep you, bro. To be honest with you,
Really.
and
It's like the way in Billy fights, it kind of makes you question his trainers' philosophies and tutelage from the corner. When he fought Lester, it looked like he had no type of game plan. There was nothing intentional about what he did in that ring. Besides I'm gonna walk forward and throw as many punches as compy blocks can count.
Exactly.
It was just a clicker fight.
It was. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, the trainer is Mark Ramsey. I think is his name. Is Beterbiev's trainer, and it does make you question a little bit because there are some things that you can put on a fighter, but there's other things that you can most definitely put on the coach, just visually. Like, okay, you might be telling him in the corner, he might not be listening to you, like a Ronnie Shields and David Morrell type thing, right? But this one is different. This is different because,
Yeah.
like you said, it didn't look like he just said, "I'm just gonna do this and that's it."
Yeah, it's like I'm not even questioning the instructions from the corner. It's like, what philosophy are you instilling into this fighter in the gym? What are y'all working on?
Mm,
I seen sloppy setups, a guy just winging off shots. I didn't see any form. I didn't see no shift of the hips. It was just arm blows. And to be honest, like the Angel Fierro and Isak Pitbull Cruz fight, it looked good to watch just for, fanfare or just watching a fight casually.
yep,
But to be honest, that's not going to win you nothing at the world level.
true.
It's a
Yeah,
surefire way to get your fighter cooked.
yeah. Yeah, that's a perfect like casual type of fight, but I mean, is Lamont Roach gonna do this with you, Pitbull? No, he's not going to. I mean, neither is not even Subriel is gonna do this. Subriel is very calculated. He's Subriel to me got more boxing skills and boxing IQ than people give him credit for. He just likes to fight a certain way. But yeah, that's a great example, man. Cruz and Fierro. I can watch that fight any day of the week and twice on Sunday, right? But it's not a watch. It's not a fight that I'm gonna watch to see, some skillful setup or beautiful displays of defensive boxing or footwork. No, it's a fight that you watch for pure entertainment.
Uh-huh.
That's it, and that's fine. But that's it too. That's fine, and that's it. um, so um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think he's. Do you think he's been a prisoner of his own success? Like he said, he hasn't added all this, attributes to his game.
For who and Billy?
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't even say prisoner of success because what real success has he had?
yeah. No, I see your point. But I'm saying like if you're undefeated and you have this KO ratio, that can make you like a Deontay Wilder type of situation that can make you just believe that you can just bulldoze through everybody because you have done it this far, right? So yeah, and I know he hasn't been a champion or anything like that, obviously, but he has had success with this style of, albeit against semi opposition until recently, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I guess he can get some type of big headedness from, being a bum basher. But at some point, you got to fight some real comp.
yeah,
And a guy we perceived to be comp didn't look too good at. Like it was an entertaining fight, but you didn't look good at all.
not at all. Yep. Hopefully he, gets smart and just get back to the drawing board. You seem to have the power there already. Just work on this other stuff. I don't know that you can do that, in 1, 2 months, whatever. But just do it, man, because otherwise you ain't got no chance. At least give yourself the chance. Otherwise one of these dudes is gonna, smoke you.
Uh huh.
it's probably going to be bad. So yeah, we've seen padded records. We've seen what happens when they get found out. When you see this, because there's too many glaring deficiencies in your game. It's not like one thing, or when he does this combination, this hand is a little lower when he fit. It's not like a chess move. No, it's all these things that just aren't a part of your game, and you've been doing this for a minute now. So I don't know. I don't know. It might be an accident waiting to happen right there. Hopefully not. Um, yeah, with that being said, I do got him Billy in the rematch, though. I think he gets past this guy, but after that, who knows? And by who knows, I mean, he probably gonna get, because after this, you can't go down anywhere. You got to fight one of these 3, 4, 5 names, which are all killers. So, um, I wanted to ask you about something, and surprise, surprise, I forgot about it. One second. Uh, it's yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sorry. You told me already. It was about Matthias and Dalton Smith. I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh
Um.
yeah, when we were talking about Billy and the Eastside Pitbull Cruise, I wouldn't lump Matthias in that group, mainly because he's an intentional boxer puncher.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit of finesse to his game. You can see there's some intent to the things he does. Can't say that about the other two guys.
Yeah. Not really. I mean, people comes in guns blazing. Throws like 20 curve shots for every straight shot that he throws, and what do you think? Oh, that brings me to this. What do you think about Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach? What do you think about that fight?
I feel like it's gonna be a unanimous decision in favor of Lamont Roach.
Yeah, right there with you. Um, Listen, Pitbull might have its moments here and there. You can catch somebody with a shot sometime, but for the most part, because Pitbull doesn't have that much power to begin with, right? He's not like a Lucas Matisse or like a Deontay. He's not a one hitter quitter type guy. He needs to in my opinion, he needs to overwhelm you to be able to be successful, and he needs desperately for you to fight his fight. You see what happened with Rayo Valenzuela. He beat his ass, and he was saying he was a correlon, which is like a runner in Spanish, right? And talking all
Hmm.
these, all these gumbaya, and when I thought we heard, whatever. I mean, listen, bro, we're not fighting on a phone booth. You need to get better. End the story. And I can't see Lamont Roach being trapped into this rock and sock'em fight. It's not going to happen. Ramon Roach is going to see all those shots coming. He's going to eventually time him, and he's going to probably. I might be going a little off the rails here, but I think he will probably end up picking him apart. I do have him winning a decision. Again, I wouldn't even rule out that people even wobbles him. Maybe at some point that Ramon Roche has to hold or whatever. But for the most part, he'll be able to control him, keep him at bay, and I don't see him. I could be dead wrong, but I don't see it. Uh, I don't
I'm
see.
calling for a 9-3-10-2.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't got no. Yeah, I can't get to the 8-4. And not 7-5. No, yeah, I can't get there. I think it's gonna be 9-3 or beyond. So yeah, I don't see any stoppage in this fight personally. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a decision, but it's gonna be some beautiful boxing by Mr. Roach. Um,
I don't
what
even
else?
think it has to be beautiful. It can be just
Yeah,
cookie cutter jab move combination.
yeah, that's true. It doesn't even have to be beautiful. That's true. Just have to be effective. Um, oh, here's the big kahuna. What do you think about? I ask you. Let me know if I asked you this before or not, because I think it's between you and Doctor. One of you, I think, I haven't asked about Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin.
It's a pretty decent fight. I like it, but then I don't.
Hmm.
Like the actual matchup is pretty decent in my opinion. I would like to see it, but the optics of it after everything that was said gives me a bitter taste in my mouth.
Okay.
As far as Virgil's availability, when he was going to fight, and just conflicting stories from him, his father, his promoter, and his matchmaker. Nobody is on the same page, and there's no real what's the word I'm looking for?
Voice?
Not a voice, but it's no real not unity, but they're clearly not on the same page.
Yeah, yeah. Uniformity or something. They're not on the same page. Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
better. No uniformity with his outfit right now.
Yeah, because he wasn't he like hand injuries, not gonna fight for the rest of the year, and then surprise, surprise, and then I mean he's all over the place, and then calling out Xander, and then whatever the case may be. Which is why I'm going for Lubin in this fight.
Hmm.
Um, I I can't digest Virgil right now. I can't. He's a very good fighter. He already gave me a memorable fight, which is the Boachuk fight. I thought he lost, but whatever. Um, the Madrimov fight was tough. Pulled it off at the end. Okay, but you keep saying everyone's name except Bakram's, and everyone's name that you said ended up in the same spot. Which
He
is
said Backrum's name. He just said I'm not fighting him
right.
under the IBF rules.
He's not okay. Because of the 10, what is it, 10-pound rehydration clause, is it, or something like that, that the
Yeah.
IBF has, and yeah,
So he basically saying he doesn't feel comfortable having to weigh in at 9 a.m. Saturday morning at 164 pounds.
yeah,
So after you touch that scale, 901, 905, however they do it, you can put on whatever you was gonna put on regardless.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I think it's smart because a lot of people are gonna disagree with me. You might be included, but I think Bakram is a horrible matchup for him. I would go after Fundo. If I'm Virgil, if I'm on Team Virgil, give me Fundora 10 times before you give me Bakram. That's just me. I could be dead wrong. He might starch Bakram if they fight or whatever. I don't see it. I don't see it personally. But it's not happening. It's against Lubin. Lubin, has he been in too many wars? Has he? Can he still because he even had trouble with Andrea Holmes there for a minute. Okay, it's not only obviously the Charlo KO loss was bad enough, but that was a few minutes ago. We can quote unquote overlook that. Not really, but you know. And then we have the Ramos fight, and then we have the Fundora fight. Those two alone were, especially the Fundora fight. Good God Almighty! I mean, and he got dicey for a minute there with Andrea Holmes. So I don't know. Can he? You know, I think Virgil's got a little more mileage in his car left than Lubin has, and I hope that I'm wrong. But um,
I'm
it,
taking Virgil on this. I think it's a 60-40
okay,
because I'm more confident in Virgil with this one. I look at Lubin in the same way I look at Anthony Yard fighting Benavidez. He's a good competitor, but when we look down his track record, he doesn't perform in those certain spots. When he fights actual comp, he loses
Mm,
or gets knocked out.
great analogy. Yeah, because Charlo, Fundora. On the other side, you got Beterbiev and Kovalev. Yeah, yeah. Good enough, but not for that upper echelon level. Um,
Mhm.
do you think Virgil Ortiz is on that upper echelon level?
That has yet to be seen because we seen him, allegedly lose to Serhii Boachuk.
Yeah,
It's people that still say he lost to him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt in that fight, but he's another one that when he's put in there with real comp, he doesn't look like what he's been advertised as.
yeah. He just hasn't quote unquote lost yet, so that's why. Mm, yeah,
He
yeah.
fits right in with all the Golden Boy fighters. They have a knack of hyping up these guys just to get onto that big stage and lose. I think the only person that actually rebounded from that was Zordo, where
Yeah,
we can just actually legitimize his resume. Yeah, he got cooked by Bivol, but he went to cruiserweight and became a two-time champion.
two belts. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everybody else got cooked, and they just took a decline.
Yeah. Zurdo to me has a little better resume than Opetaya, even though I think Opetaya is better because Zurdo Opetaya got Maris Bridis, okay? Two times, okay. So Maris Bridis gave to me Usyk his toughest fight. Some people may think it's Tyson Fury, that's fine. Um, but Zurdo got Chris William Smith, Junior Dorticos was no joke. And but the people loss was on 175. So in 185, Sur because Maris Bridges wasn't the same. He was still good, but Chris William Smith was, the next big thing, quote unquote, as far as UK cruiserweights go, and this guy just pieced them up. So yeah, I think I'm with you on the legitimacy of Zurdo. He did get cooked by Bevel, but that's fine. I mean, that's man,
All right, this is the part where we'll have a little bit of discourse. I'm
yeah,
with you. I'm in agreement that Zordo has better resume than some of his Golden Boy counterparts. But when we do like the compare and contrast between him and Jay Albertaya, that's where we kind of break apart at. Where you have this guy that's been through at least 3 to 4 divisions and you have almost 50 fights. I would hope you would have a better resume than a guy that we're looking to be up next. You have almost 50 fights if you already have 50. And you're telling me you only rifled off 4 names? And it's not
yeah,
even 4 names like a guy from each weight class.
yeah.
I'm glad that you became a champion at cruiserweight, but everything before that looked kind of Mickey. And we're comparing him to a guy that's only been one weight class and he's the lineal champion. Despite how he got it, he has it.
Yeah. The padded up records, man. Nah, you're right. You're right because I couldn't come up with one. So
You got 50 fights, bro. You got 5 solid names, 20 novella writers,
Yeah.
15 cab drivers, and 5 guys that work at the meat market.
Yeah. And he probably throwing in there a couple of fights he had in lunch break at high school or something.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, they have to fight, bro. Like, enough of this crap, man. Like, yeah, Opeta is gonna fight Hussein Sin Cara. I know this, but and Baru Jack is fighting this guy again, Noel Mikhalian, whatever. Um, I don't know. And he just fought. I mean, Surdo just. I mean, I don't know, man. You gotta give me that fight, Oscar. Stop protecting your boy, bro. I know you don't think he can touch Jayo Petaya. Neither do I. But I don't know. Fucking Oscar. Ah. Clapback Thursdays. However it goes. Um, you got Opetaya in that fight too if it happens? Let me ask you that. Who you got in Opetaya Surdo if it happens? Let's say it happens.
It's 50-50.
Hmm. Interesting.
I would probably give a slight edge to Apataya because of the power and the ferocity and being the naturally bigger man.
Do you see this? It's interesting you said it's 50-50 because Zurdo, has the work rate. He's got some things, but do you think that this fight can end up in a stoppage, or do you think that it's going to be, decision or
I
maybe
think it's
some?
going to be a stoppage.
Mm,
If it goes to a decision, I would lean towards Zordo, but I feel like Obatayo would stop him.
interesting. Um, anytime, either way, anytime two southpaws meet in the ring, I find that so interesting, in my opinion. So I don't. Okay, do you think the fight needs to happen, Ty, or are you okay with, for example, them fighting the winner of Baru and Mikhalian, or do you think the fight gotta happen?
I feel like the sooner the better. I don't want to end up in uh, a Crawford EJ situation, a better BF Bivol situation where we're sitting here just idly waiting for 5 to 7 years.
Yeah,
You got two guys that are on the same network. It's not like the zone hasn't called down to Matchroom or Golden Boy requesting this. That's the same problem with the Boots and the Virgil fight. Y'all put that idea out there. Now the network is calling for it. Somebody got to deliver.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it gotta happen. It gotta happen, and I think Obadiah stops him too. Personally, um, I don't see anybody messing with Obadiah. Do you think? Okay, let me ask you this: do you think Jai Obadiah should go to heavyweight eventually?
Um, I would only suggest it after maybe running through cruiserweight, and then we see what he looks like weight wise.
Yeah, yeah. Do it like Evander did it, or like Usyk did it. Get your undisputed, get your. Um, I mean, it's not like it's up to him either, right? But
Mm,
man, yeah, I would love to see that. In a perfect world, let's have him clean up 185, and then maybe what, 6 months to a year to put on all that weight responsibly. I mean, who knows? Everyone's body is different, but that's how I calculate it, right? To do this
Hmm.
properly, and yeah, yeah, let's have them. Um, oh, I remember. Yeah, there was another thing that I wanted to ask you. So as far as heavyweights, bro, I'm hearing this name Joshua Edwards a lot. Can you tell me anything about him?
I'm still researching the guy myself.
Okay, okay. Um, because I've heard from quite a few people that he could be the next big thing from USA.
Yeah, it's a name that's been buzzing, but I don't want to put too much hype on him. I want to let him develop and grow into whatever boxer he's going to end up becoming. It's too many times where us as Americans label a guy as up next, and he go out there and get cooked, or you find out he doesn't even love the sport,
Yeah,
like Jared.
exactly. Yeah,
Like you say, let's pump the brakes.
yeah,
This is the best time to pump the brakes.
yeah. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Um, yeah, let the UK guys and the Eastern European guys have their 1, 2, 3 minutes of domination of the division until we can properly build um, and a stout contender properly. Okay, we don't need to go from we don't need to space shuttle him. We can just take it easy, build this properly, and get back to the top. Because to be honest with you, bro, if you look at the history of boxing as far as heavyweight division, which is the flagship division of boxing, obviously, um,
Hmm.
it, it's pretty much owned by USA, bro. Like, look at the entire 20th century, outside of Lennox Lewis and I'm forgetting a few. I know this, but it's all USA from Jack Johnson to Dempsey. Dempsey's rival was Tony, which is another USA, and then Rocky Marciano versus Walcott, Charles, Lewis, all from you. I mean, yeah, Lewis had Max Schmeling, but that was 100 years ago or something like that, which is fine. But in general, it's USA versus USA. It's Ali versus Liston, it's Ali versus Frazier, Ali versus Foreman. You name it, right? Um, Bo Holyfield, whatever the case may be. And I don't know. I don't think it's obviously it's not sad, but it's like, yeah, you want somebody there, but we'll have somebody there. We'll have somebody there. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Um, but yeah, let's pump the brakes here. Let's have see what Thomas got, and I don't know. We'll take it from there. Somebody's gonna show up. It's just that everybody that's 6 foot, 6, 7, and beyond, it's looks at other things before boxing. They look at the NBA, they look at maybe NFL or maybe base, another type of sport before boxing. I think that has to do with it. But yeah, we got some people. We got some people. Um, and I mean, if you're AJ, who are you coming back against? Are you coming back against? If let's say that you're advising AJ, right? Because I don't know. I don't know that I would put him in against Bacoli, bro. After the Dubois KO, to be honest with you, I would look for somebody like who can I? Not even Michael. No, Michael Hunter to me is too dangerous too. I would probably, what I'd probably do, bro. I would probably go after either Hergovich or Big Baby, the other Big Baby Miller. There's his. I mean, nah, yeah, he's gonna pop 30. It's gonna happen. So forget what I said. Hergovich and I don't know, somebody like that. What do you think? Do you think Bacoli is good or
I feel like Bacoli's just he's good. He's a middle of the pack guy. If anything, I'm looking at the next generation. I want to see Moses Tama fight Bacoli.
interesting? Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking of John Ruiz or Hergovich or there's another name, but I'm not gonna. Oh, Torres. That's the other one that I was thinking about. But Coley could be, man. Could be.
They're trying to legitimize Moses Atama, and I think everybody is coming down from a high that they had on Bacoli. Did we overhype him just because he beat the American prospect?
I'm starting to feel guilty about it because I was super high on Bacoli after that win, personally. And listen, I'm not gonna hold the Parker loss against him. That was like in a 2 hour notice. But the Jagba fight, there's no reason to be that heavy, bro. Like you were bouncing and moving against Big Baby, and like this guy is another guy who fought a Jagba. You had your moments, but you didn't look like the indestructible force that I saw. So yeah, I'm starting to think so. Yeah, maybe I overrated him.
The optics that made that fight for Bacoli look a little worse was the the what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, everybody's view of what they thought of Fa Jogba. People thought he was just a big thumper. When he
Okay.
came out there and moved and showed he had athleticism and was getting shots off on Bacoli, it just drew in more attention to his physique, his conditioning, and lack thereof.
Yeah,
Because most people, when you cut the tape on and you watch a Bacoli, I mean, Fa Jogba fight, you see a big statue that could punch. I think he surprised a lot of people showing he actually has legs and a
absolutely.
decent level of athleticism to move, pivot, get in and out of stuff. The gas tank was a little iffy, but it kind of he left out of that fight looking a whole lot better, and Bacoli looked a whole lot worse, even though that was a close fight.
True. Yeah, and I see what you're saying about the gas tank because he just willingly, he wasn't even like Bacoli was successfully, he wasn't successful at cutting the ring at all. Once Jagba started boxing, he was basically piecing him up. Like Bacoli had no answer. You see why he got frustrated and kept telling him like, "Oh, that's fine, whatever." That's because he was getting tagged. And but yeah, so he would just stop in the corner and let Bacoli just wham on him.
From like
Um,
a movement standpoint, Bacoli shows he has the mind or the wherewithal or ring generalship to cut off the ring. He wasn't physically capable to act on it.
okay, okay, I got you. Yeah, he went in so damn heavy. I mean, is that like a tactic that backfired, or is that just because he ain't training so hard? I don't know. I hope it's the first one.
I think he underestimated. Uh, he more than underestimated Fa Jabba. He looked at him the same way the rest of the world did. They thought he was a statue. Thought he was going to stand there and bang.
Okay. It was looking like that, right? It was looking like that was his style in the Anello fight, and yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. Um, that was a pleasant surprise, though. I think Ajagba can be a real problem. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't think there's anything announced for him yet. I haven't heard anything. And not to say that Bacoli and AJ is going to happen. It's just what I'm hearing, because what I want to see, if it's up to me, AJ, what I want to see is AJ Fury. Let me just lay it out there, right? That's what I want to see, but it shouldn't happen. I mean, it shouldn't, and it should happen
It
right
should
now.
happen.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
Fury talking about he deserves a shot at the king. You lost two times in a row already.
yeah.
It would be wrong for you to just cut the line and get the fight just because some foreigner decided to throw the bag.
Right.
Fight
Exactly.
AJ. This is a fight that should have been happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And it can.
You little broed him, said he was a prospect, and because of scheduling conflict, you retiring, being held up in litigation, it just never happened.
Yeah. And this is a fight that can still be good because I don't see them. I don't see it being as bad as. I mean, it could be if they keep, dragging their feet. But if it happens, let's say March, they announce it or whatever over at Wembley, obviously. I don't see it being as bad as like Amir Khan and Kell Brook, where it was just so past their primes, where it was like, really, what's the point here? I think it can still be good, and that fight would sell like crazy. That'll make Eubank and Conor Ben look like nothing, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that shit'll sell Wembley in like half an hour. So let's have it, because I'm sick of this. Let me just get through this guy, and you go through this guy, and then we'll make the fight happen. Nah, bro, I'm over that. I know what that means already. That means somebody's gonna f up, and it's probably gonna be, well, it's gonna be either one at this point, but it's probably gonna be AJ, um, who messes that up. So nah, bro, let's have it straight up. Forget about what happened or where you coming from, what inactivity, whatever. Let's just have it, bro, for all the marbles. Let's see who's the king of the UK or whatever they want to call it, Um, because this whole thing, we just had it with Plant and Charlo. Charlo did it and Plant couldn't. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this thing of let's get through these guys and then, surprise, surprise, doesn't happen. Um,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'll be massive, bro. And I keep telling some UK people will tell me they're not interested anymore. I'm like, nah. I mean, I get it if you say that about AJ and Wilder, because even I am like, no way, bro. I mean, what for? What's the point? But let Wilder have Ngannou, or whatever. I think it's Andy Ruiz, but we'll see. Um, but AJ and Fury, sign me up, bro. There's no, and who do you? Let's say it happens. How do you see that fight playing out, bro?
I got AJ beating Tyson Fury.
Interesting. Stoppage or
I think so
and I like it.
because when AJ actually drops Tyson Fury, I don't see him getting the Mickey count.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had enough of Mickey Counts when it comes to the Gypsy King. The freaking Wilder one fight, and most recently the Usyk fight when he had him literally go from one side of the ring to the other, just held on by the ropes, literally.
Oh, when he fell for 30 seconds cinematically.
Yeah, he literally was in the shadow realm. He said it
He
himself.
he staggered around and bounced off the ropes like a pinball
Yeah, from one side of the ring to the other, bro. Unreal.
while getting punched.
Oh man. I mean, they both lost to. Yeah, the AJ. Yeah, AJ lost to Usyk twice as well. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, bro. It just makes sense. I mean, if this fight don't happen, it. Oh man, it's gonna be such a bummer. Yeah, it should have happened like 3 years ago. I get it. Maybe even more than that. But I think it's gonna. You think it's gonna be a good fight right now? I think it's. I think it can still be a good fight. Personally, I think they
Yeah.
have enough left. Yeah, I don't think either one are like you know over and done. Not necessarily. Um, and what do you want to see Dubois do now? If you're Team Dubois, which direction you go now?
Uh, fight another top 10 competitor and try to get up at the top of the mountain again. That's the plan. If he's looking for money, why not entertain the AJ rematch?
Yeah. You know, at first I thought like maybe no, but yeah, why not, man? Like big money fight or another win over AJ will get you right to the top again. Like, no question about that. Because if you go and beat like a Lawrence Okoli or let's say you beat I don't know, throw a name out there, Frank Sanchez or freaking David Allen or even Chisora, right? Well, that's not really good enough, is it? Like, yeah, you're on the right track, but
Go fight Joseph Parker then.
I was about to I was about to say Parker or Caballel. If it's Parker or Caballel, which one do you go for if you're Dubois?
Parker.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
It
Yeah,
gets you positioned to go right back at Usyk or get in line to get a belt if he was to either be stripped or retired.
exactly, exactly. Um, yeah, that's if I'm AJ though, I don't know because if you're AJ and you lose this fight, where do you go from here? Like, if you're Team AJ, like, man, because if you lose to Tyson Fury, I mean, that's not really that bad of a loss, is it? But if you lose to Dubois, and maybe I'm wrong, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But if you lose twice to Dubois, bro, like that to me, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm going a little too crazy here, but I think a loss to Fury is more excusable than a second loss to Dubois. That's just me.
Nah, it wouldn't be. He already beat you before.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just comes down to
yeah.
how you get beat.
Right. Right. That part. That part.
And people
Um.
bring up how he was knocked out, but let's not forget he was landing shots on Dubois. Dubois just was fortunate enough to get to him first.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't think Dubois ever gave him a shot to really get into the fight. He went into savage survival mode and started. To me, AJ was very erratic when he started like having his moment in the fight before he decided to throw an uppercut from way out for whatever reason, but he wasn't like thinking or anything. You can tell he was just survive. He was just adrenaline was through the roof, and he was just
Oh,
surviving. And go ahead.
if anybody was technically in survival mode, it would be Dubois. He got clipped,
Mm.
and AJ just didn't capitalize off of it. He came in there with this wild ass punch and got sat down. It was
Yeah, I
like a
don't.
crazy momentum shift.
Man, I just can't figure out why he would throw an uppercut from that distance. I mean that's easy for me to say. Obviously, you got to think in like a tenth of a second there,
It was a
But
bad judgment call. That's what happens
yeah,
when you think you got somebody hurt.
Oscar is saying though Tom is too green, he does have the hype and rank for Triple D to bounce back or break. Oh, okay. So Oscar, you want to see Dubois versus Tauma? Do you want to see that right now, or um, what about that? How about that, Ty? Do you want to see Itama against Triple D right now, or do you think that's too much for Itama right now?
Nah, I think it's a fair fight. It
Mm,
if it were to be made, it just tells me what not Bob, but what does Frank actually look at with these guys? If he makes that fight, that tells me he's fine with whatever outcome comes with Dubois, but at the same time, he must be confident in Tama Moses Tama to be putting him in there in the first place.
True, true. Um, Man, but that can backfire, right? Like, I mean, Itama, who does he really, Yeah, he did mention it's too green. Yeah, Itama is too green. He does have the hype and rank. Yeah, that's the thing. They have a number one. Can you believe, bro? They had, and I remember this. Okay, in the WBA, it was Michael Hunter number one like a week ago, maybe even less than that, because I check this basically every day, right? And right now, Itama is number one and Michael Hunter's number two. And I'm like, hang on one second here. How the But obviously, the politics of boxing and whatever the case may be. So um, I don't know what's going on with Michael Hunter, man. I don't remember. I know he fought Usyk back in cruiserweight. He beat Bakoli, but
He really is not backed.
okay. Oh man, he's pretty good though. That guy can fight, man. Like I remember, he gave Usyk fits, man, in their fight. I haven't watched it in a minute, but I've seen it like a couple of times. He's one of the cruiserweights that gave Usyk, the most troubles. But we'll see. He's at heavyweight now, so man, Itama versus Dubois. Man, how about that? Huh? I mean, Frank Warren, he basically has every heavyweight not from the UK, right? Not named AJ and a few others. So he got Fury, he got Dubois, he got Itama. Um, hmm, man. I don't know, man. If I'm Itama, I prefer Hergovic or Torres or Andy Ruiz first. But hey, if it's Dubois, let's have him, bro. Like you said, like that's showing faith as a promoter in you. Man, I don't know if it's too much, He's
Hmm.
fighting, you um,
Yeah.
I actually I read some here. I think it was in the ring. It says It says here Michael Hunter. This was on yesterday. It says Michael Hunter and David Adelaide are being explored as options for Moses Itama on December 13 in Manchester. He's having trouble finding an opponent. According to, oh man, your favorite guy, Mike Coppinger. Two names being explored are Michael Hunter and David Adelaide. Um, Noting that the efforts to get the likes of Hergovic and Zile Zhang on board have fallen by the. Okay, so Hergovic and Zile Zhang are out of the picture. Um, we'll see. Hunter and Adelaide. Okay. I would go for Adelaide. Hunter's too dangerous. If I'm Itama, right? I'm playing like a devil's advocate here. But isn't Adelaide the guy that had that controversy with TKV? Or is that somebody else?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Lawrence O'Coley. Oh, no, I think it's Lawrence O'Coley. Never mind. Yeah, it's Lawrence O'Coley. David Adelaide is the guy that just fought Hergovich. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting things mixed up here. All right. Interesting, bro. Itama versus Dubois. You know what? Sign me up. Sign me up for that one. And what do you think? You think Itama can pull it off?
Yeah.
Man, it's interesting.
Or he might get stopped.
Yeah, it's one or the other, basically. It's kill or be killed, Um, see. I mean, what else do we have here? Oh, you recommend me. You recommended the Charlo and Rosario. Do you have
Yeah.
another one? Do you have another KO that you would like me to add to my list?
Shit. Did you know Devin Haney had knockout of the year before?
Versus Progre?
No. He knocked out some Alfredo Santiago, I think.
Oh, Ojo Santiago. Really? Hang on one second, man.
Uh, It's either Santiago or somebody else.
Give me one second. Let me pull up the box right here. There we go. Santiago. Let's see. KO. Okay.
Was it him?
Antonio Moran and Dongen Burgos.
Or
Um,
was it Moran?
Valenzuela, Avila. I don't see a Santiago.
I think he
Maybe.
knocked out a dude named Alfredo.
Let's see. Alfredo. Oh, man. It is Alfredo. No, that's UD. It says UD here. Give me one sec. Um,
That's around that time. One of them guys he knocked out.
KO. Okay, so it wasn't Antonio Moran. Let's see. Hamza. No, it cannot be Hamza. I don't think. Mario. No. Miguel Angel. That's way back in 17. Let's see.
This was before he
Medina.
was a champion.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mason Menard. I'll Rafael, but no, that's not it. Actually, give me a second. I got a better way to look this up here. Devin Haney, KO of the year, right? Of the year. Let's see it. Man, I had no idea. Let's see. Delivers KO of the year candidate in win over. It says Antonio Moran. Let me see if there's anybody else here. Right hook to the body after the fight. Okay. Steal the end. Let me see it here. Ooh. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
no, it's
was
gotta be this
Antonio.
one. It's gotta be this one. Let me copy and send it to you. Um, holy that's going in. That's going in the
It
list.
definitely was Antonio Moran because he
Yeah.
fought Zal Aduliev right after it.
Okay. Okay. What a knockout. Good God, bro. Yeah, ain't nobody calling that dude pillow fisted back then. That's for damn sure. Um, wow. But not only the knockout, bro, like the whole. Yeah, Devin Haney's the goods, bro. I'm done with the whole spiel. Um, and we already know how you feel about Haney and Norman, Mister 7575884 UD. I actually agree. Might be 7-5 all the way, but yeah, let's give it 8-4 there, just just for fun. Um, but listen, I ain't underestimating no Brian Norman though. That's quite a dangerous fight though. I'm pretty sure you haven't been in there with any, you know, puncher like Norman. I just don't feel like Norman can adjust to Devin Haney. I don't know. I just think that Devin Haney is gonna pose so many challenges to Norman that he might adjust, but it's probably going to be too little, too late. I think I see Devin taking most of the first half of the fight, quote unquote, stealing those first rounds, as they say. And Devin's not going to get tired either. Like we're not talking about Caleb Plant here. Like Devin, that's one thing about Devin. Like he can maintain the pace, and he's smart with it. So you're gonna have to catch him. Um, And by that same token, I hope Devin doesn't get, trigger happy and decides to fight with Brian Norman, because otherwise, bro, might get dicey, you know.
Hmm.
Um, but I see it 50-50. Do you see that 50-50?
I had that going in, but 55-45.
Okay, okay, close enough.
The
Favor
more I
Haney.
see Devin confident in himself, that's where the gap is getting bridged.
Absolutely. That's a big question, isn't it? Because, I mean, let's be honest here. Like Norman's coming off of a KO of what probably is going to be the KO of the year, right? And Devin's coming off of a not so good performance. Yeah, he got the win. He did what he did what he had to do to came out on top. Okay, that's just the bottom line here. But I guess that's what got people. I mean, obviously, it's his first fight in the 147 and everything. So there's a lot of like ifs here. Like, let's see, man. That's what makes it interesting, right? Like all these questions. But can Norman punch moving? Can Norman cut off the ring? Can Norman get past Devin's jab? Because Devin's got one of the best jabs out there, to be honest with you, and I stand behind that. Um,
People point out that Brian Norman has longer arms or better reach, but in actuality, that's fine and dandy. But what does he look like controlling the distance? Is that something that's in his game? How well will that factor in?
yeah, Devin is not going to allow him to just sit on his punches like that. Like he's not gonna. He's too smart for that. I think so. We'll see. This is the perfect fight to see if Brian Norman um, can fight against. What I'm saying is, this is a perfect fight where we can see if Norman is versatile when it comes to like adjusting and everything. This is gonna show it or not show it. You know, um, who has more to lose here, in your opinion?
Mm, I think it's 50-50.
Yeah, because they're both basically undefeated, right? Well, technically speaking, they're both undefeated, and rightfully so, because I don't count a win on popping dirty or anything like that. So yeah, for all intent and purposes, they are undefeated, both of them. But Devin Haney has fought. You can make the case Devin has fought better opposition, right? Just on Loma alone, right?
Hmm.
Um, man, has Devin ever fought a puncher like Norman? I mean, you got Ramirez, you got uh, it's good enough, man. It's all these questions what make it interesting. Oh man. Anything else you want to discuss, bro?
Mm, I think we somebody asked about Jack Catterall.
Yeah, Oscar.
He he looks better than what I thought.
Okay. You favor him over Eko Esuman or
Yeah, I'm taking him over that guy.
okay? I, s- I, I just I was very disappointed in the Barbosa fight. We can forget about the Harlem Eubank fight if we can even call it that, right? But yeah, I remember I was in his corner after the Josh Taylor fights because there's no way in hell that Josh Taylor won that first fight, in my opinion. As much as I love Taylor, um, nah, Jack beat you. But that was a bad performance against Barbosa in your backyard, basically. So I don't know. I just when you underperform against a guy that's not really that good to begin with, okay, no disrespect, but when it comes to like the elite level, I don't know. It makes me question you. You know, like you're supposed to. I'm not gonna say you're supposed to run through him, right? But at the same time, this guy is not the goods. You know, it's one thing if you're underperforming against Tio or Shakur or whoever you want to say, right? But I mean, I'm sorry. He's at 147 right now. What am I talking about? I'm sorry. Give me a second. He's at 147, right? I
Yeah.
got lost in the sauce there. Um, I don't. Yeah, he ain't it, bro. Like Barbosa's not it. I mean, I guess. I mean, we'll see, man. You got a shot to bounce back. Hopefully you do because Echo Esselman is ranked pretty high. You know, he's number 3 in the WBO. um, Jack Catterall is. I mean, 147 is so weird right now. You got Lewis Croker sitting there. You got Rolly, as much as I love him. You got Mario Barrios, and then you got Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao number 1. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen 147 in shambles like this. You know, um, I don't know. It looks more accessible than ever before, and that's because obviously Butsanis moved on to 154, obviously. But I don't know. It seems like anybody can get a belt now. No, not anybody, but you know what I'm saying. Like, and then you got Chakram sitting there, like for how long now at the number 1 spot, like taking step aside money and this and that, and Rolly. Oh, the word is Rolly's gonna fight Manny now. Have you heard that, bro?
Yeah, it sound like the plan. Once they ranked them,
So Chakram's gonna do what? Stand around with his stick in his hand all the time? I mean, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but what is he supposed to do? Like, I don't know, man. Like, uh,
I would sue the WBA.
yeah.
Y'all ordered me and then rescinded the order.
Oh man, I hate when stuff like this happens. You're taking step aside money. You're being the quote unquote company man, and just to get done dirty yet again. Nah, bro. Something wrong with that picture. Um, and why is the IBF number 1 always like not rated or vacant? What's going on here? Is that like a thing, or because I'm going through the divisions here, and I'll be hard pressed to find one that has a number 1 spot that says anything other than not rated here. What the heck? Um,
They
and
tend to leave those spots open just so they can fill it with somebody that actually fits the description.
uh, and you know who's the closest ranked right now? Patty freaking Donovan. I mean, what are we doing here? Like, you got Karen Chukatsian way down at 6 because he'd beat Lewis Croker's ass any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And all due respect to Mr. Croker, but Karen's something else. Um, I don't know, bro. This sucks, big time. On the other side, oh yeah, we got Gary Antoine versus Hiroka. Um, let's see. Anything on Richards and Hitchens? I don't think I heard anything, right? Have you?
No, he's relatively been quiet.
He just beat Cambosos. Before that, he beat Paro. Before that, he beat Lemos. Not a bad run, but no real big name yet. Like Way just got a better name than you. He got Russell. Um, I don't know. That's right. They got a fight right now. I mean, in a few hours over in the zone. Marcus
Hmm.
Brown is fighting the guy that fought Chris Billum Smith, Brand, Brandon Glanton, something like that. Something like that. Give me a second. I'll tell you in a moment. I know he fought Chris Billum Smith. I just can't get my finger on his name right now. Brandon Glanton. That's it. That's it. Um, let's see if Doctor's gonna get up for that one and do a live. Let's see. Boxing. Yeah, the zone. Boxing. That's it. Somebody. Okay. Here's a guy. Let's see. What's up, Oster? How you doing, brother? Brother Oster just joined. There it is. What's up, Oster? How you doing, brother? God bless you, man. Let's see. Let's. There's another person here. London, Great Britain. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, man, not too bad. So I think there was something going on with the what the oh shit! I clicked on the wrong thing, bro. Is this a boxing channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
Oh,
I clicked on the wrong thing, bro. Well, what are you discussing, bro?
a little bit of everything. We were talking about like upcoming fights, and we touched on AJ Fury. I mean,
Oh shit! Oh, I clicked on like the NATO stream. It's like a NATO stream for like military. Oh shit!
you said
I'll
NATO.
stay. Yeah, NATO. So it's like what's going on in terms of military. We're like all. I'm sorry about my voice, but we're all like ex uh, Ukrainian forces. I thought this was like a Ukrainian forces stream. But yeah,
No.
carry on, bro. Whatever you're talking about, I'll go if you want. I think I clicked on the wrong shit, bro.
I mean, it's up to you, right? Like, if you
No, I'll stay. I'll stay, bro. I'll stay.
okay. Um, so Oster, do you wanna chime in here, or you just typing whatever you want? No problem. Where was?
I'll leave in a second, bro. It's like, I think I clicked on the wrong thing.
That's okay. You're welcome anytime if you ever want to
Thank
discuss boxing and stuff like that. All right, buddy.
Yeah, man. I'll click off. I'll click off.
Okay. Take care now. I think yeah, I think I've seen that guy on Ryan's stream once, but I could be wrong.
It's the
Nevertheless,
same person.
it is right. Yeah, I remember the voice, the face, and everything. I was just giving him a chance, shall we say? As soon as he was taking his shirt off again, I was going to boot him out of here. But sure, sure. Go ahead, Oster. I got at in like half an hour. I gotta do something, but other than that, I am good, brother Oster. If you want to chop it up for a while. Um, yeah. I know who that guy is, but nevertheless, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, we were talking about like Russell and just yeah, Richardson Hitchens. I mean, just looking at like the landscape of it all, and who let me just go straight into the meat and potatoes here. Who do you got between Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani? Who would you favor between Inoue and Nakatani? I got Nakatani all day, but I don't know, man. That's another 50-50 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Author say Inoue. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do you think Inoue can stop him, Oster, or do you see like a war and then going to decision? Give me some sauce here, or maybe you want to say it whenever you can pull up. That's okay. Um, let's see. What else can we take? I mean, I was discussing Tank Davis on another. Man, I've been on a rampage of like classic fights and everything because my early streams was more about like must see fights.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is the first one that I've done of like KOs and stuff like that. I got like a lot list of topics, and bro, I wanted to give you props, bro. I saw the Charlo Castaño 2 fight. I thought the first one was nice, but the second one, bro, was like, holy crap, bro. Like, man, this, yeah, great recommendation, and I included it on my list. Needless to
That's
say,
good.
oh yeah. Um, do you think the Charlos can have like one more run in them? Do you see that happening?
If they can be properly, matched for, or they decide to spend some money and utilize him, yeah.
Which one do you think has the this is probably an unfair question, but which one of the two do you think has like a bigger ceiling?
I think Jermel has a higher ceiling.
Okay. Um, do you think he should fight Spence, or what do you think is the route he should go?
See what belts he can get back. Fight a champion there.
Now, 154, right? That would be Bakram, Xander, Fundora, or Abbas. Um, let's say that Abbas and Xander don't fight. It looks like they're gonna fight, but let's say that they don't fight. Who would you go after first? Personally, I would go after Fundora first. Um, Oster's saying, I think he will. He's talking about Inoue and Nakatani. He's saying, I think he'll figure him out because he adjusts real good on fighters. Okay, interesting. 154 Plant. Okay, Plant Ortiz. Okay. So you think Oster that he should go that Mel should go after the winner of Ortiz and Lubin? Interesting. Yeah, no, Plant will be Maul, right? Yeah, Plant will be Maul and Ortiz will be for Mel. Do you still want to see Maul versus Plant tie or not so much?
No, not so much.
Okay. Uh, who should Maul fight?
Probably Resendez
Yeah.
or a money fight off the bat.
By money fight, you're referring to Crawford or?
It ain't got to be Crawford. It's just something that generates a good amount of money.
Let's see, Pacheco. Um, who could? I mean, from Mel's standpoint, I think the two. I could be wrong here, but I think the two money fights are either Crawford or Plant, right? Because of the history there, right? Um, but let me think. I think I'm forgetting a few names here. Would you set him up with Hamza Shiraz?
Ooh,
Maul?
nah.
I would go for. I would give him a real shot against Pacheco, or I think he smokes back the bully, but nah, that's not a mon. That's the opposite of a money fight. It should be. I mean, it's not a lot of names here, is it? Um, Pacheco, Munguia. I mean, he gonna blast through Munguia, in my opinion. Um, I don't know, Fulgham. Um, I don't feel comfortable putting in with Iglesias. Okay, that might backfire. Um, Vladimir Shishko, he's just coming off of a loss with Iglesias. I think it's Diego Pacheco. But I don't know. He just beat Thomas Lamana, so we'll see what happens. And let me ask you this, bro. Do you give Keith Thurman a shot versus Fundora at all? Can't be falling off the stage all the time, Thurman. Please, we don't need any more, injury or anything like that. Okay, we had enough of those with you, my brother. I love what you said. I'm glad Oster is here because I mentioned him. Oster pulled up on one of my streams, and I was telling him that you said that you got to get the ponytail back. That's so true, bro. I love your spirit, Oster. I share your spirit. I don't know if objectively I'm there, but in spirit I am. Yeah, keep winning that fight. um, oh man. No, the fight it is 9:30 a.m. tomorrow in the zone. I thought it was like 12 a.m. now. It's over in Nigeria. They're like 6, 7 hours difference, something like that. On a Wednesday. How about that? Marcus Brown versus Brandon Glanton. I don't know. I'll tune in if I can.
Yeah.
Doctor's crazy. I mean that in the best way possible, obviously. He's probably gonna stream live.
You know.
um, um, okay, let's see what else we got here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Article. Right. South Africa. Can you show me your face for a second before I pull you up, please? Okay. Didn't you say that you were gonna drop? Okay, let's see. How you doing,
Yeah,
bro?
man. Yeah, man. Are you discussing the fight tonight?
Upcoming fights or the Marcus Brown fight?
Yeah, the Marcus Brown fight, bro.
Yeah, I mean we're going over it a little bit. It says it's gonna be airing at 9:30 a.m. Well, that's my time. I don't know about yours. Yeah, you ain't coming back in here, buddy. Okay, I ain't pulling you back up, so might as well save the trouble. Okay, this ain't the place for that, buddy.
What do you do?
I don't know. He just went and then he just removed himself. I didn't do anything.
Oh wow.
So first time he came in as London, second time as South Africa. What's next? China? I don't know. I don't know. If you want to discuss something, come up. If you don't, please don't. Anyway, back to the big boy business here. Let's see. Okay, have. You know what? Let me ask you. Do you think, man? Do you think Benavides is enough for him to get a win over Beterbiev and possibly Bivol? Because I don't know that those wins, because Beterbiev is up there in age, right? That's what they're gonna say. And Bivol coming off of back surgery. Do you think or do you think he needs to eventually go and try himself against Opetai and the big boys at cruiserweight? How do you see Benavides, you know, scenario, so to speak?
I want to see it just happen because I don't know if Benavides would beat them.
Me neither. Um, Very dangerous fights. He might lose against both. To be honest with you, because to me, Beterbiev is just a horrible matchup. Like a horrible man. He's gonna do something nobody's ever done to you, which is force you to fight on your back foot. That's how I see it. Um, I don't know. It's yeah. I see your point. That he probably doesn't beat any of them. I don't know, man. He's gonna have to try it, right? Because it's not like a win against Anthony Yard is gonna get you out. Particularly two losses, Anthony Yard is gonna get you, much traction here. Um, I don't know. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, Mr. Benaviolence. Sorry, Dub, but I know Dub loves him. I love him too, but man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you rematch David Morrell? Would you do that?
If it made sense.
Yeah, doesn't make much sense right now. Um, Morel's another one, bro. Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned about when you were saying about Bacoli and how we have possibly overrated him, and I'm definitely guilty of that. I think I'm starting to feel guilty about Morel, bro, because I was the highest on him, and not even the Benavides or the Hot Rod fight. It's the Imam Kataev fight that's got me really doubting him, bro, because not only do you disregard what Ronnie Shields is saying to you on the corner. Not only that, but you're clowning. I know that's not what Ronnie Shields is telling you to do, bro. Like you're clowning around way too much, and you got put on your ass, bro. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I do realize that this dude popped 30, so I guess I have to take that into account. But I pretty much had you as the next big thing, bro, and not so much right now. So definitely need some vindication in my eyes. I need you to fight Vosdick or Zach Parker's fighting somebody who's give me a second. I just saw it right here. Yeah, he's fighting Joshua Buatsi. Okay, he's not in the picture right now. Yeah, give me Vosdick, give me Callum Smith. I need you to show up and show out against one of even Daniel Lappin. I don't know, somebody like that. Otherwise, I gotta do the O word on you. I gotta do the overrated on you. I have to. Man, it sucks big time. Um, okay, I gotta take an online lesson in about 20 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and bow out. Um, After that, I'll probably check if anybody's on the Discord. If not, I'll just go to bed. But tomorrow's another day, my brother. Appreciate you. Oh, do you have any closing statement?
Yep. 7.5, 7.5, 8 flow.
And I second that, just for the record. I'm with my guy here on that one. Thank you very much, brother. I hope you're having a great time, and I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you very soon.
Same to you, man.
Appreciate it. Special thank you to my brother Ty Morissette for showing up. Special thank you to brother brother Oscar Perez as well. I'll try to go live tomorrow as well. And God bless you all. This has been an awesome stream. And of course, we'll continue our KO countdown all the way up to 100. So stay tuned for that one, okay? I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a great day tomorrow. See you all soon. Peace.